In this lesson, we will learn about ASP.NET Page Events. ASP.NET page runs whenever we send a request for the page. Every page goes through a life cycle. During the page life cycle, the page will raise events that we can handle to run our own code. To handle the event, we have to bind the event handler to the event in code. There are two ways to bind event handlers to the events. One is using auto event wireup. The second one is to override event handlers. Page events can be automatically wired up if we follow a convention. ASP.NET looks for methods with particular names and automatically runs those methods when the corresponding events are raised. For an automatic event wireup to work, we have to make use of auto event wireup attribute. This attribute has to be declared in the page directive. This attribute should be set to true. Also, for the methods to be invoked, methods must use the following naming convention of page underscore event. For example, to handle load event, we have to write page underscore load function method. To handle init event, we have to make use of page underscore init method. All these methods take two parameters. The first one is of type object, the second one is of type event args. Similarly, we can write methods for all the rest of the events. We'll see the rest of the events in the next slides. The second method of handling events is to override event handlers. For this to work, method must use the naming convention of onEvent. For example, to handle load event, we have to override onLoad method. To handle init event, we have to override onInit event. When we override method, the method takes a single parameter of type event args. Whenever we override methods, we should not forget to call the base methods in the derived method. This is a list of events that we can handle in the page. There are many more events than those listed here, but they are not used for page processing. Here we have pre-init event, init complete event, preload event, load complete event, pre-render complete event, save state complete event, unload event, and error event. All these can be used to process the page. To see the order in which the page events are initiated, we can make use of response.write method, or we can turn on tracing, or you can make use of logging mechanism.